Hello and congratulations on getting access to this video course on Facebook page likes. Now, I want to make sure that you understand that this is not just about generating likes, which can in turn help you create more social proof, which leads to authority and all that good stuff. This goes beyond that. This also helps you with engagement levels, which Facebook, when they look at your Facebook fan page, obviously they care a lot about how people interact with your page and how good of an experience that they have. But I'm going to talk more about that. We're going to talk about how to utilize all of what we're going to teach you to create a winning strategy. You see, a lot of people tend to make the mistake of running ads in a tier 1 country immediately. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But a tier 1 country is basically like the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and a lot of the big countries that have big economic growth. So this is video number 1, and let's first talk about mindset, quality versus quantity. Now, I know this might seem like a no-brainer, but this is actually something that is commonly overlooked when it comes to this topic. A lot of people have this misconception that they can buy Facebook fan page likes and get a bunch of fans. Now, that might have been the case back in the day, but if you do that, unfortunately with Facebook, you can get your Facebook fan page banned or totally removed. And you don't want that. You want to make sure that you get quality likes. In other words, it's better to have highly targeted quality likes, 1,000 of them, versus 50,000 fan page likes. So that's what we're going at here, and we'll dive into it in a lot more detail in just a minute. But I want you to realize that whenever you drive quality traffic and quality likes, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. All right, so that's just a quick reality check. It's not going to cost you several hundreds or thousands of dollars. It's just going to cost you about $50 to $100. So you need to keep that in mind whenever dealing with Facebook ads. It's going to cost money. Now, the downside with targeting tier 1 countries in terms of Facebook likes is it can cost a lot of money. It can cost anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents a like to even several dollars. So how are we going to get around this? The strategy here is that we're going to be using and targeting tier 2 and tier 3 countries to achieve these goals. Now, what do I mean by that? Tier 3 are third world countries like Bangladesh and a lot of other ones. We'll list them out just so you can see them. Tier 2 countries are countries that are having economic growth, but it's just not a tier 1. So tier 2s are great, but tier 3, the best thing about it is that a lot of these countries, when they log on to Facebook and they see an image that they like, even if they don't totally like it, they're going to like it. They're going to engage with you. So the tier 3 will actually help you in terms of increasing your engagement level, which is very important to Facebook because they want to know, is your Facebook fan page generating a good user experience? Now, bear in mind that back in the day, if you bought 10,000 Facebook fan page likes or people who like the page, most of those people just sat, right? They didn't do anything. So that is why this is more beneficial than that. Now, you might be asking, well, isn't this going to dilute the quality? Because we talked about quality versus quantity. Well, here's the reality check. It doesn't matter where you are located. A person with similar commonalities, whether they're in Bangladesh or United States or UK or wherever, they think like each other. Think about people who go through similar pains. Maybe they go through similar sickness, like autoimmune diseases. They all have the same, very, very same, maybe not exactly the same, but very, very similar pains, roadblocks, desires, that they want to get better and all that, right? So similar when it comes to maybe sports or hobbies. Somebody who likes a specific sport may deal with the specific and similar pains and all that. So even though you're testing it out in a tier 3 country, that's the mindset that you need to have. That the images that you test, the content that you test, and all that you test is, if it works really well in that country, the likelihood of it working well in the United States or a tier 1 country is going to be high. Now, we're going to talk more about that in those videos, but for now, let me go over and give you a quick overview of what's inside this course. So video number 2, we're going to talk about why you want to have targeted likes. We talked briefly about this, but I'm going to expand on that and open your eyes to how that really will take things to the next level. Video number 3, we'll talk about how to use likes to win in many of those areas. So we elaborate a little bit on video 2, we go into more depth in video number 3. Video number 4, we're going to talk about how to create 5-minute content. So in order to create more engagement, you're going to need to have content, right? So I'm going to show you a simple trick to create content that actually resonates with your audience, but is super simple to create. Video number 5, we'll talk about how to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And video number 6, we'll talk about the likes ad campaign, which brings us to the like ad set in the likes ad. So video 6, 7, and 8, those are just the steps that you need to take to actually run an ad campaign. Now here's what you're going to need. You're going to need to have a minimum of $50 to $100. Bear in mind, you'll start out with 3 to 5 cents a like, but as time goes on and you improve your campaign, you can, generally speaking, get it down to 1, 2, or 3 cents. So with that in mind, you can get the calculator and multiply that and see and get an idea of how many actual likes that you'll get. Now, you will need to have some money to purchase tools to create content fast. Otherwise, if you don't really have that money, you can also do it for free, and I'll show you how to do that and give you pointers on that. You also need to have a fan page and a good idea of who your ideal customer is, their problems, their desires, their wants, their demographics. What do they do? What do they not like doing? What do they look like? Those are very, very crucial when it comes to this, because this will allow you to target people, at least get an idea for now, and as you get the data, you will begin to paint a better picture of what they actually look like. All right, so let's move on to video number 2.